welcome to another episode of The Cannabis Show on WCOBM.TV. Gene and I are headed to the Dope Exchange, which is actually an event going on right now, and so VCM has got their vendor booth. We're gonna go see what is going on. Stephanie, her husband, and the lid pins and everything. So what furthermore is, let's take you to some of the really cool events that go on in Las Vegas.
Turn left onto East Wyoming Avenue.
Welcome to another episode of The Cannabis Show. On this episode, we are dedicating it to all veterans, and we definitely love and appreciate you guys. This is my heart, by the way. So, for this episode, we're going to be talking about PTSD, having anxiety, depression, some of the things that veterans go through on a daily basis, and some extraordinary stories that we're going to be interviewing some guests, sharing with you. And so furthermore, let's get started with the show. Other than that, I want to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Give a like and a share on Facebook. And so let's get started with our product reviews. My first product review is with Loki Lotion. You can go to lokilotion.com. This is a THC and CBD combined products. A portion of these products are donated to help homeless people, and it is a female entrepreneur owner located in Hollywood, California. Here we have the Loki Motion. Here is the Loki Scrub. This is Loki Soap. They have Loki Lips, and this is Loki Lotion. So all of these have THC. This is to help with pain areas of muscles, joints, headaches, menstrual cramps. And so this has 160 milligrams of THC, 2 milligrams of CBD, and 10 milligrams of CBN. This is Loki Scrub. And so Loki Soap, these are both for in your tub. So if you have any muscle aches or pains, this is definitely something good to use, good to relax with. This has 80 milligrams of THC, 1 milligram of CBD, and 5 milligrams of CBN. So apply directly to your skin, protect, heal, and calm, soothe, and moisturize. LokiLotion.com. You can give them a call at 310-266-8604. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook. And they have the Loki Lips. So they have several different flavors. This one is wind. I like how they use the different elements like wind, air, fire, earth to make their different various flavors. So this is wild orange and peppermint. This has 50 milligrams of THC in this lip gloss. So again, Loki Lotion, and let's get to our next product review. This is Select CBD. This is a blend. It's from Revive. We have grapefruit and spearmint. So this is for disposable pens. And suggested serving is 1 6-second puff with your vape pen. So this is going to give you no THC, but 47.4% of CBD, and activation time is 15 minutes. I like how they have all this labeling to really kind of educate you on what exactly is in this. So Select CBD provides portable, discreet way to enjoy the benefits of medical CBD. Simple herbal relief is locked into this all-in-one disposable cartridge. So this is from Focus. Select CBD blends, flavors spearmint and grapefruit. And let's get to our next product review. Here we have Lion's Share CBD Canna Rubs. So again, sore muscles, joints. So directions with this is apply topically to areas and massaging for maximum healing power. Ingredients is hemp seed, emu oil, coconut oil, beeswax, cocoa butter, cannabis extract, essential oils, cinnamon leaf, and it is a 1 ounce bottle. And so I'm not sure if they both, this obviously is CBD, and then this is the THC. And I'm trying to read how much is in here, but the reading and the labeling is really small. But there you go, as you can see. There we go. 1,000 milligrams of active CBD. It says when it was tested, the date and everything. Lion's Share, check them out, lionshare.us. I should have just showed you guys this in the first place. Look at this. Okay, so 200 milligrams of active cannabinoids. And I like how it has the tested date, the sample ID number. Lion's Share. All right. So let's get to our next product review. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Cannabis Show. I'm your host, Michelle Davis, and thank you so much for joining me today. I have some great guests that I'm going to bring on later in the show, and as well some co-hosts, but this segment is all about veterans. We're going to be talking about PTSD, what post-traumatic stress disorder is, and as well we're going to be going over some goodies over at the Healing Panda, and more at Vegas Cannabis Magazine. Now, if you guys are watching that video, that was a little event that I went to just to kind of show my support for VCM. This is a great magazine. I love Stephanie. She is just such a sweetheart. And so this magazine I'm actually going to be writing for, and you can read my article. It's called Mommy and Me, and it's going to be coming out in July. So some of the things with Vegas Cannabis Magazine that I actually want to bring up is, well, some of the trade shows that they have that is just out of this world. So Champs Trade Show is coming up July 17th through the 19th at the Las Vegas Convention Center. And this is the premier counterculture B2B expo since 1999. So this is going to be a really good expo, good trade show to go to. Get yourself a copy, a free copy of VCM today. And again, I love the fact that they have all sorts of great articles and things to learn about. So for instance, there's an Oaksterdam University. So we'll get into that in another show. But furthermore, I do want to give a shout out to my stepfather, Papa Ron, who he is a veteran. He is 100% disabled, and he suffers a lot with neuropathy from Agent Orange. And so this show is to all veterans who deal with any kind of health issues, traumatic issues, anything that's troubling from the time they came back from war. It's a constant rehabilitation that I see, and I love my Papa Ron, so I wanted to give a shout out to him and to my mom as well, and I think they're watching right now. But again, yes, you guys need to get in touch with Vegas Cannabis Magazine. This is a great magazine. Can't say enough about it. And thank you to everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for watching, joining us. We're going to have Trisha Hall. She is the owner of Dream and Water, and her story is unbelievable. So for any of you women entrepreneurs out there and anybody out there who is a woman veteran, this is a story that you don't want to miss. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on my co-host. I thought I would do something different where I'm talking to you guys and talking about what's going on, and then I'll bring on my co-hosts. So, come on down. Woo. Come on in, guys. So Trisha, if you want to stand right there. Kenny, Tiffany, come on in.
And then I'm just going to hit.
Yeah, I'll bring you in later in the show.
Live now?
Yes.
Okay.
Come on in. Alrighty. Hey. So take a seat. Take a seat. I'm going to sit in the middle. So what's going on? Put down your phone.
No, I'm going to put it on Facebook Live.
Put down your phone. Everybody, this is Kenny Knoll. He is
What's up?
The Ink Dragon, right?
I don't know how to do this Facebook setting live.
And he is from Great Grubbing. It's in Henderson. He's also the Healing Panda. And you've got some great products over at the store.
Yeah. Mostly CBD.
I like
mostly
it. I
food,
like
too.
it. I like it. And how you doing, Tiffany?
Fabulous. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. I'm glad that you could stop by again. These are my buddies. These are my co-hosts. This is a part of the Cannabis Show. So Scott, my board operator, is actually remote right now. He's not in the studio. Scott, can you bring up some of the pictures that I sent you of Kenny over at the Healing Panda? His
Kind of pictures.
Well, it's like your new
Fabulous.
your new peanut butter, the olive oil, stuff like that.
Okay.
I want to show everybody what's
up, Mike?
So everybody, what's going on Facebook? Hi, everybody.
Love you.
So tell us about what's
there's the
going on
peanut
here.
butter.
All right,
Kenny?
so that's peanut butter. I put some CBD and peanut oil. I believe it's dosed at 20 to 25 milligrams a tablespoon.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, it says it on there, but I just can't see that good. Oh, 25 milligrams a tablespoon of peanut butter. Slow cook the peanuts. We use vegan chocolate chips.
Uh-huh.
Throw it in there, some cocoa powder, and with CBD.
Now this is new.
So basically at a restaurant, we're 100% gluten-free. These are sauces that we have that are vegan as well. So then I added CBD oils into that. So now you could cook with it, put it on your chicken, steaks, whatever you want, make
Yum.
rice bowls, and now you're getting CBD with that as well.
I love that. How do you come up with these recipes?
Just took everything from the restaurant and just, if I can add oil to it,
Uh-huh.
CBD to it, whatever, just throw it in there and make fun with it.
Even better. So let's talk about the Panda Punch.
All right, so the Panda Punch is MCTO, which people know is, some people know, I guess, is a thermogenic fat burner. It's basically coconut oil, just extracted differently. So then what I do is I slow cook the MCT oil with ginger, turmeric, yucca root, and peppercorn.
Wow.
And then when you get a coffee or a smoothie, we drop a tablespoon of that in there, and you're good to go for about 8 hours. You don't need any more coffee after that. It burns body fat. The yucca root, the peppercorn, the ginger is, of course, a big antioxidant. Then you have the turmeric that will take away the pain and anti-inflammation in your
And
body.
you make all of these formulas yourself.
Yep. Just play with it, slow cook it. And trust me, I didn't go to high school, or I did go to high school. I just didn't go to college.
I
But
gotta interrupt real quick because I'm so curious about the cookies. I love cookies, and I'm so curious about, aside from the side of the cookie being bigger than my head, and it's so delicious, and it's healthy for you.
But another thing is, we're okay. The cookies are not healthy. They have a lot of sugar in them. I love you, Kenny.
Yeah, of
I mean,
course.
but they are good for. I mean, they're good for the soul. But their olive oil is amazing, and they have all of this stuff in it, as you can see in this picture. Tell us more about this, the olive oil.
So basically with the olive oil, you could pick and choose whatever combination you see on there that you want. You could do basil, turmeric, ginger, orange, and lemon. Then I slow cook all that, and with the CBD oils and the herbs, and I also slow cook hemp buds and leaves in it too. So
Okay.
actually, from what people have told me, it's actually increasing the strength of the CBD
Okay.
by using pure hemp buds and leaves.
Interesting.
And it's awesome. My friends cook it with it. The taste is whatever you want to make it. You know?
Give a thumbs up and a likes if you guys like what we're talking about, the topics that we're talking about. We're going to be bringing on Trisha Hall and talking about PTSD in a little bit, so stay tuned. But all of this stuff that we're talking about is at thehealingpanda.com.
And the cookies are still great, by the
Yes,
way.
but did you know they have chocolate bars? Look at that. CBD gummies.
Yeah, our gummies.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, so our gummies are super healthy. They're protein filled. They're of course gluten free. They're dairy free and sugar free. The only thing that makes it not vegan is there is gelatin in the gummies. I tried the agar powder to try to make it vegan. Trust me, the taste is not that great. I had to have to load it up with tons of sugar. Then it just defeats the purpose
Yeah.
of having healthy gummies.
Still a chocolate chip fan?
And my manager Nolan, that's on here right now. Sorry,
Hey, Nolan. How you doing?
he's an awesome cook that's actually done so many recipes at the restaurant. So he helps with making everything better, stronger, healthier, and good.
Awesome.
Tara's old high school friend. So
Hey, everybody on Facebook. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us. Now, one of the things that I noticed was that you have a lot of bath products
Yep.
at the store, and lip glosses and lotions and bath bombs, which is awesome on my rest days. But the story behind it, you were so like, I got to tell you about this woman here. If you like these products, you got to know Trisha. Tell me a little bit about Trisha before we bring her on.
all right, so I met Trisha at, I want to say last Friday down on Water Street in Henderson,
Okay.
and she had these soaps. My manager Nolan, he's allergic to a lot of coconut oil for one, and different things. And I'm like, Nolan, you gotta go check her products out. Her products are like made from scratch, healthy products. Go talk to her, and he did. And then we just all hit it off. Then I'm like, hey, let's team up, because as a guy, I mean, I don't really know about bath products. I don't take baths. And
Yeah, but
bath
all the
bombs.
ladies love Kenny. All the
Yeah, I
ladies
wish.
love the
But-
Healing Panda. Aw, give a heart if you love
But-
Kenny, right?
So they, it's like, let them bring her in, and she could talk about it, because I don't really know anything about that stuff.
You love female entrepreneurs. There's several different
Yeah.
women in your business. Like, for instance, the lady that makes the dried veggies and fruits. That I love the fact that you love to help.
Yeah, and it's stuff that I can't do, or I don't have the time to do. I'd rather give it to somebody else. I have my own location to the point where people can make it there. And that's a big thing you're going to see coming up at the end of July. Trisha is going to come over and join with us to where she's going to make all her products in-house with mine. And it just, this team can't go wrong, because the fact is, I don't know how to make soaps. I mean, if anything, I just use Dove or something, or Dial. I mean, I don't know what else is good out there, and I don't wear all those like foo-foo thingamajigs.
You don't?
Like Jen is. She's a foo-foo girl.
Ooh,
Or
Jen's foo-foo, huh?
bougie girl, or whatever you want to call it. And
Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Where's your sister, Nikki? She said she was going to join later.
but yeah, it's just, she'll know more, and she could talk about it to everybody. Knows what's in the products, and she makes it local, which is great.
I love that.
She's also a vet, so I love it. Everybody knows I'm a huge supporter of our soldiers.
Yes.
So
And that's why we're here today. We're talking about veterans, PTSD. So
I
I'm
the
going to
shirt.
have to bring in another chair. So scoot out real quick. I need to grab another chair so Trisha can join us. I think some of it we're going to get
All right.
cut off a little bit, but
well, they don't need to
there's
see
a
my
chair right
ugly
there,
face and
Trish.
beard anymore.
Oh, what are you talking
so she can
about?
sit over
No.
there. There we go.
no.
All right.
We're gonna
Put all the
we're gonna
females
play
together.
magical chairs.
Go
Yeah,
all
we're having
scoot
fun here.
together.
So, magical basket of dream and water.
We're going here?
Yes. Okay. This is Trisha, everybody. Dun da da da. The owner of Dream and Water. Welcome to the show.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much for having
Absolutely,
me.
I'm so glad that you can be here. So, where do we begin?
Where do you
I
want
know,
to
right?
begin?
Well, first off, you're a Marine Corps veteran.
Yes, I am.
High five. You're badass.
Thank you.
Yes, you are. And my hat, if I had one,
Right.
goes off to you because you have quite a story that, every single day you kind of further yourself in ways with your story to help others, which is, we were talking about that before the show. And just women empowering and helping other women, getting out of human trafficking and stuff like that. We're going to talk about that another time. But hey, everyone on Periscope, we're on Trisha's Periscope over here. It's social media crazy today.
Thank you,
love. So to begin, how did you and Kenny meet? Was at
At last Friday in Henderson at the Water
On Water
District.
Street, yeah.
And Nolan has horrible allergic reactions to products that he uses. So he came over and was asking me
I gotta bring the big gold mic over because I want everyone to hear what you're saying.
Oh, there we go.
Everyone's gotta hear what Trish has gotta say.
Nolan came over and was asking me some questions with eczema and psoriasis, which I formulate those products based off of what my great grandma taught me as a child. And so we started talking, and he fell in love with the products. Kenny fell in love with the products, came over there and says, "Oh my gosh, you can do CBD with this?" And I go, "Well, I do make a CBD line." And
So from there, we'll start with how when you came back from being in service, what were some of the difficulties that you dealt with on a daily basis?
well, after I served my country honorably, I sustained career-ending traumatic brain injury. So I had skull fractures, and all of this is replaced.
Which I'm glad you're okay.
Every day is another fight to fight that good fight. I always tell everybody I'm blessed every day above ground, and I believe that because I'm not supposed to be.
Okay.
So for me, I was in an immersion program in Washington State for 2 years, and then I fell through the cracks like so many veterans do, right? Because
And why do you think that is?
lack of access to our benefits and medical, the wait, and so one doesn't know what the other one's doing, basically. So then you get out of the immersion program and can't speak a complete sentence. At that time, I was not even able. I have an impingement, a whole bunch of that. I have limited use here. So they're overloaded, and they don't have enough people that really are involved.
And as a woman, I'm sure it was really hard to get back on your feet, coming back from serving and then having a traumatic brain injury and having to go through rehabilitation and having to rebuild and relearn and everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You went 3 years homeless.
Yes, I fell through the cracks. So my benefits, they didn't catch up to me, so then I fell through the cracks and then ended up homeless, absolutely, because when you're, benefits and aren't able to work, right? But the homeless community showed me grace.
That's good.
So, water.
I'm like, I
Thank
think
you.
that's Trish's water.
Thank you, sorry. Yeah, it's, you find yourself in a position that, it was a struggle I didn't envision after serving my country honorably.
So some of the things I'm curious about would be before you had PTSD, before you served your country, what was it like for you? I mean, and then with PTSD, what are the things that you now see as a challenge?
Oh, huge challenges. Well, before I went into the Marine Corps, I grew up in a very chaotic house.
Okay.
My mother was, she was a drug addict, and she ultimately took her own life.
Sorry to hear that.
So for me, the Marine Corps was a sense of belonging.
Stability.
Like a family.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Because
family.
I earned my Eagle Globe and Anchor, so no matter what happens, nobody can ever take that pride that I have
Exactly.
of earning that Eagle Globe and Anchor, right? No matter what. So
Definitely be proud of that.
Absolutely.
so that was my way, because growing up in LA, I had two options: to end up in prison or dead. Basically, because I was kind of a wild child running the streets.
Wow, isn't that a song?
Yeah, I think so. I
think
it
that
is.
is. Rock and roll.
So, because we don't have access to adequate medical, we have long waits, and it's easy to fall through the cracks while you're waiting. And then you come home, and a lot of times you come home and you hear them talk about we transition back into society, right? Well,
Right.
who else do you hear about transitioning back into society? You have inmates
Right,
in prison; they
exactly.
transit. So
Right.
there's
You don't really hear of soldiers. I mean, now that I understand it more because of my stepfather, I saw how he was having such a hard time just getting, I guess, support from the government saying, hello, I'm disabled. What do I have to do? And he goes through all his classes and his workshops. And I'm so proud of him. And there's so many things that now he finally is 100% covered, but it's taken years.
But it's the fight. It's the fight.
And that's
and then you're not the same. And so the people that knew who you were before then, you're not the same
They
to them.
don't
So
know
it's very
you
isolating.
Right.
And then you're trying to navigate civilian life, because especially, if you been in any amount of time, especially the Marine Corps. I think Marine Corps is the most institutionalized out of all the.
I would say
what
that's
I mean?
one of the most hardcore
We are
ones
the
of
most
them.
hardcore, but I always say we're
Hoorah.
military, right? We are military institutionalized because everything's regimented, right? So, just.
Did you see yourself change as you were in the Marine Corps? Like,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, for me, it was for the better. It was positive.
Yeah,
Because, I had that sense of stability. I had that sense of pride. I had that sense of belonging that I didn't have growing up.
right.
Um,
That's so important to have.
it is because, that's so your whole foundation becomes built off of that.
Right.
When I was homeless, a lot of people say, oh, you went through this when you're growing up. Yeah, but I didn't know any better. But what my mom taught me actually helped me survive while I was homeless.
And what did she teach you?
To be aware of your surroundings, other than obviously in the Marine Corps we're aware of surroundings. So a lot of those things, because she, the chaos of the streets.
Right.
So being aware of your surroundings, understanding that not everybody's coming for you for good. So the things that you take from the bad that she raised me with, that mentality of, this is your life, you're on your own, helped save me. And like I said, the homeless community showing me grace.
Let's talk a little bit about how CBD and cannabis helps save you. And thanks for all the likes and the thumbs ups and the hearts and all that
Thank
stuff on
you.
Facebook, guys. Thanks for watching.
That's Serena's dad, Billy.
CBD and cannabis saved my life because I was on oxycodone, 80 milligrams, oxycodone, and then they moved me to roxycodone. So I was like, what is that, 6 times a day, 40 milligrams, and then Xanax. And I have a contusion on my kidney and my liver, so I don't process out. So within a very short time, my panels were up. And outside the VA, before now that it's the awareness, I've been a cannabis patient since 2008.
And now that it's become legal in Nevada, how is that for you to be more of an advocate to help people with
To
PTSD?
be able to educate, I lose brothers and sisters all the time.
Right.
And there's nothing more heartbreaking to see because you're going through this transition, you don't really know why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and you feel so isolated. And then when you serve your country honorably and you can't get the help, then you personalize it.
Right.
You almost implode.
Exactly.
Because you
Yeah.
sit there and say, this is the best it's going to be.
That's why I see a lot of veterans so angry still to this day.
Because anger, see,
can
for
they not
me,
be?
anger,
Right,
but
exactly,
see, that
yeah.
was the thing. That's the thing for me. I'm, anger management. Yeah, I think I'm like a 6-time graduate repeat of anger management.
I need some of that, especially during the month, Anyways,
anger
where I'm
for
going.
me, I mean, think about it. You're being a Marine, you're trained to be a rifleman, right? And so emotions will get you killed. So
Yep.
they're not okay. And
I definitely wouldn't last a day.
that's right.
They look at me and go like, Tiffany, you can go home now. They're
Right,
like,
through the
okay.
roof.
Just be the water girl. Just
through
make
the
sure
roof.
there's a water.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So all
cookie
these
girl.
things that people's life depend on you,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
And
absolutely.
so those emotions, anger for me got me out of bed. Anger kept me from being depressed. Anger said, well, I'm going to prove to you that I need to still be here.
And then when you worked out your anger, you were kind of like, well,
Now what do
what
I do?
pushes you? So.
giving back, yeah. Giving back.
So we're going to talk about how your great grandmother gave you recipes.
Yes.
Before we go into her recipes, Kenny, I know you're like, don't put me in a corner and I need to say, no, you're not. You're like a diva. Come on. Tell me
Kenny
about
is a
Billy. Who's Billy? Wish I was in a spot to hear this and participate more, but let me say this. Kenny's CBD oil products are amazing. These are Kenny's CBD oil products. I have 3 offspring with autism. It helps them with their sensory issues so much. My husband and I are using it for pain and inflammation, and I can't see more. I wish I could touch the screen. But,
That is Serena's dad,
okay.
the autistic fighter that we had on 3 weeks ago.
Yes, that she called.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Oh.
so they come into my restaurant all the time. Her mom and everybody.
I bet you they like the cookies.
Yeah. Oh, no, they do. I guess after I left, Nolan said that she bought up all of them, so we had to bake some more, of course, the next day. And she loves like everything that we do for her. Like I make her customize. I'll post up the CBD up to 2,000 milligrams for her, night or day, whatever she wants.
I have a funny question for you, Kenny. What about birthday parties? Do you like
You're
birthday
so
cakes
cute.
and stuff? No, wouldn't that be adorable? Like you could have like a
You're
CBD
adorable.
birthday.
We
thing.
actually do
That'd be
birthday
fun.
cakes.
Really? See, birthday
Nolan's
cookies.
the one you
too.
would want to call and talk to at
Yeah.
the restaurant.
Really?
He makes birthday
Oh,
cakes. He does them
see?
gluten-free, vegan.
I mean,
That's how you started your business. The
Pretty much.
popcorn protein guy.
Protein popcorn.
Right?
protein muffins.
Look at you, Blair. You're like,
You
yeah, I
blush
remember
at
that
that.
back in the day. Okay, so before we get off track here,
Maria.
so we're talking about veterans with PTSD. That's the subject that we're kind of focusing on today, and how people deal with PTSD, how veterans deal with PTSD. And so Trisha's story is so captivating. I hope you guys go and follow her on Fizz Bubbles on Instagram. And what's the other organization that you have? It's RR.
Operation RRR.
Tell me about that.
OperationRRR.org is a far-reaching nonprofit, and when you were asking me what I do to
You're
keep that
Superwoman.
motivation,
That's what you do.
oh, thank you. I find healing in helping others because that's my passion. I built Dream of Water off of a foundation and cornerstone of giving back to ensure that you reach one, teach one. If you
Right.
reach back and you help somebody, give them the skills and resources that they need or necessary to thrive, then they can reach back
I love that.
and teach one. And so it's a perpetual cycle that you go do good. You know, that is
Yep.
my big thing that we talk
Concur.
about daily is go do. How do you, the doctors like Dr. Family that gave me my smile back in 2015. I mean, it's recent. 2015,
Look at that
I just got my
smile.
smile
Look at
back.
his smile.
See? You know what I mean? So what do? You go do good. You
Yeah.
pay it forward. And so that anger that I had is channeled through helping others. I find a lot of healing because, you know, you've heard of art therapy for PTSD.
Right.
Well, this is my art therapy, so that's how you get the loofah bars with the, you know, and
I love
everything
that.
else, you know, with it, and come up with things because that creativity helps my cognitive skills because I do go to
Because
classes.
you focus and you got to
Yeah.
do mixtures and you got to formulate things.
Formulate and then doing
and you do
research and
everything
do
like
good-
the
everything-
packaging. And,
Yep.
I mean, and the labeling.
back to
and,
birthdays. It'd be
you
a
know,
great birthday
They
present.
make awesome birthday presents. Good for you and to you, right? And then being able to, you know, give back like, you know, hygiene packs to the homeless. My
Absolutely.
vice president is, you know, a human trafficking survivor. So she, with law enforcement, the curriculum, you know, had to do that. Incarcerated youth because I come from LA. I have my best friend, and dear love of my life that's been incarcerated since we were 17, and so, you know, he from there we mentor, you know, troubled youth because we come from that, you know.
Exactly.
And so
Yeah.
and a lot of times when it comes with troubled youth, you got to catch them doing good. We wait until they're not okay and then try to do a difference. It starts before then, and a lot of times it's just somebody needs to know that they're okay.
What if there is someone out there dealing, if there's a veteran out there dealing with PTSD or someone out there dealing with anxiety and they don't really know what to do, what advice would you give them?
Shoot. I mean, because out here, just
Trick
moving
question.
out here. It wasn't
No
a trick
pressure.
question. No, I mean, reach out to me.
Reach out.
Reach out to me.
There you go.
On any social media. I'm Fizz Bubbles on all social media except I'm Fizz Bubbles Soap on Instagram, and my website's fizzbubbles.com. I'm the Fizz.
You are so fizz.
I am.
I thought you were
I'm
the
Fizz
bubble.
I'm with the fizz in the bubbles. Actually, I'm Fizz Bubbles, but I mean, but Dream of Water, you know, yeah. that was before I was smart enough to know how you do social media. So I'm like,
Well,
I'm
let's
Fizz
talk about
Bubbles
the name
everywhere.
Dream and Water.
Dream and Water. I was formulating products for myself because of my adverse reactions, based off, like I said, my great grandma being a sharecropper. She passed these down to me.
That's
So
amazing.
I didn't
That
get.
is.
She was 76 when I was born and lived to be 94.
Mm-hmm.
So she was the glue, like we were talking about. So the chaos that I had with the rest of my family didn't have with my great grandmother. So she taught me all this and passed that down to me. Taught me how to make soap. Taught me how to use herbs to heal.
Right. So when you were homeless and you were trying to find your way out of the cracks, you remembered your great-grandmother's recipe, and how did it kind of unfold to where you began Dream and Water?
Well, while I was homeless, was using, herbs that I could get a hold of, like I said, because I was going through chelation. And then when the homeless community helped me finally get a housing voucher, I started formulating, seeing a need other people were having, eczema, psoriasis, adverse reactions. And so on $20 and a dream, I added water, and that was November of 2015. And I've
I
grown.
just want to give you a big hug. Like, you were just amazing.
Aw, thank you.
What a wonderful woman you
And
are.
the blessing of social media, I Periscope every day. And I know, right? No.
Periscope's that way. I mean,
Right.
there's
and,
hearts going
and
everywhere.
I'm so blessed by my community. A lot of my customers have become my family. Like one of my customers, Anne, she sent this to me
That's
so
beautiful.
cool.
and made sure it got here before I came on the show. Remember? This-
Choose joy.
Yes.
And I want to give a big shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. What's up, Brandon? I'm going to go to Evil Pie later, or maybe the Golden Tiki. I don't know which one. I hope you're there.
Elizabeth, Elizabeth put that up there. See, OperationRR.org.
Oh, cool.
Elizabeth's another one. She's a blessing. She drove all the way from New Mexico when I moved out here. Maria Turchi's on there. Shout me out, and I have so many over here. Thank you all for being here. I know Miriam, everybody's there. If I not April, if I can't see you, I'm sorry. I'm all the way over here.
So
But
$20 and a dream.
good,
That should
yeah,
be a book.
right. When the,
I like
and-
the
That,
name
I
of
mean,
that,
that
too.
is.
That's a good.
and
That's a good name.
and
for
a lot
book.
of these, like I said, they're my family. They've been here since I pushed the first red button. Like Kelly,
Oh.
helped me, and then like I said, Elizabeth. I've met them. Most of them, they become my family through Periscope, right?
Right.
And so it's grown from word of mouth and repeat customers.
Yep.
And now that would enabled me to move from California last August, and now I'm
Cool.
here.
And now she's here.
And I'm here.
Welcome to
Yay.
Vegas.
So that's because of that, and being able to make products that are result driven, and people finding relief from dry skin, eczema, psoriasis, pain relief cream that
So let's talk about them. Let's like, first off, you have these soaps,
you said breakfast,
which has CBD in them.
yes.
What about
This
the
is
eczema one you
grapefruit and lemongrass.
Yes.
Ooh.
And this is my
Ah.
and you have to try that. That is my grapefruit body butter.
Ooh. That smells so good.
That's
She's good.
I told you.
I don't know what it is about ladies and smelling good and things, but
Right?
it's like, yay, it's a party.
and we can't leave the men out because I make beard oils
No.
and everything
No,
else for them.
we can't
too.
leave
Look,
out
we got the men.
any of the men.
Then
Here
we
you
got
go, Kenny.
lip balms. Yep.
Beard oil.
Right. And
Kenny,
then
we know you have a
and
beard.
then
I mean,
paint-
look at
Look,
all
I'm
this
like,
stuff,
right.
guys.
I didn't know what
Look at
to
all
bring,
these
so I brought
goodies.
everything. So then that's the 500 milligram, which is in there. That's my pain relief cream,
Okay.
which you can.
So how long have you been making your own pain relief cream?
I've been making my own pain relief cream for almost a year and a half now.
And people can buy this online?
And they buy it online, and
Dreamandwater.com.
No, fizzbubbles.com.
Fizzbubbles.com.
But I dream water.
She's
That's
the
why I
fizz
say
and the
I'm
bubble.
fizz and the bubbles. No, so yes, I'm fizz bubbles everywhere.
Very cool.
But in that, yeah. See, now I know.
You're so cool.
But they can, and so my blessing is when I have customers that write testimonies, that have multiple sclerosis or have chronic pain, and they're saying this is the truth, or my pain's gone, or being able to bring them quality
how
of
many
life.
testimonials do you have?
I have pages
That's great.
on
Fizzbubbles.com.
yes,
Go there.
fizzbubbles.com.
The
And
fizz
also
and the
check out the OperationRRR.org. Elizabeth,
Yes, I
the
love
charcoal soap is awesome, and it doesn't dry out your skin like other charcoal. And you know what? I am actually using a charcoal soap right now that kind of dries my
her. Oh well, we
skin
see. I should have
out.
known. I would have brought that. Replace that one right
What
there.
do you know?
So yeah, pages, and then I have.
You have lots of products.
Yeah, and I brought down only a quarter of
So
them because I
you
didn't know
kind
what
of
to
come
bring.
up with new things all the time, kind of like Kenny.
Yeah, because a lot of them, this is my thing with it. I keep batch records.
Okay.
Sourcing, lab tested CBD isolate, super important. That's lab tested. I source only quality ingredients. So a lot of the products that I have, I've been, they're there.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I haven't released them all yet is because shelf testing,
Mm-hmm.
making sure that, you know, the product's going to last, making sure that it's not going to grow mold, testing it.
Yeah, especially if
Right.
they don't have any
Preservatives, you have to
preservatives.
use like
If they have
natural
none,
natural
yeah, then
preservatives,
you gotta get
like
rid of them
fermented
with- yeah.
fermented radish,
You
you
have
know,
no
use
pres-
and
So your
there's
shelf life is like less than a year.
no, not necessarily.
On-
The shelf life of your product is going to
Well, it-
be the life of the oil in it.
Depending
Depending on what it
Out
is.
of
If
these,
it's
which
an
one's
androgynous,
yours?
yeah.
I
exactly.
just try all the soaps.
You
She
like
just
the
brings it to
soaps?
me and
Yeah,
she gives it
bring
to
him
me.
soap, stick him in his backpack.
So these are sold at Great Grubbing, which is the Healing Panda.
Mm-hmm.
And the Healing Panda's address is
2530 St. Rose Parkway,
Great
Suite
place.
130, Henderson, Nevada.
And
Right
the-
off St. Rose, Passaic Verde. I've been working all day, so.
And the hours?
Oh, Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to 3. But a lot of things will be changing at the end of July.
yeah,
Um,
which I wasn't going to bring up. He brought up.
yeah, one of the biggest things that I love teaming up with her is that we do everything from scratch.
You
There
do
is
do? No, I'm just
or-
kidding.
Yeah, like I said, I've been up since 5. So
They
my brain is
do
all
everything.
Not great right now.
Did you go to IKEA?
No, I actually found
Kenny.
a place and we bought. It's kind of crazy. We have our display cases. I bought a big one for her products.
Mm-hmm.
We have just
He's
things
he's
are gonna
doing a
change.
big project, big change coming up. Good stuff coming up in the
Very good
works.
stuff.
I
Yes.
converted her.
You should see it before
Sorry.
Hi,
and then
Mama.
after.
Who did you convert?
Elizabeth said I converted her.
Oh.
Oh, we love you, Elizabeth.
And there's my mama, Bridget. Hi,
Hello,
Mama.
everybody.
Hi,
I'm
Mom.
sorry.
Bridget.
See, like bright, shiny things. That's the benefit of having the brain in drip. Like, oh, look over here. No, because
you guys can see all that.
I can barely see.
I like how there's a light above your head on the screen to see the green screen.
they have the halo.
It's like,
We need to go
the
spend the
halo.
night in that forest.
Oh, stop.
No,
I like Kenny's idea. That
I know.
sounds fun, right?
Pitch a tent.
Yeah.
Have kumbaya sesh. But anyways, fizzbubbles.com. We're talking about veterans with PTSD, and Trisha's story is just unbelievable. I am so grateful that Kenny, you brought her on the show
course. Thank
because
you.
I've been so excited to meet her. And for any of you ladies out there, women entrepreneurs, let me tell you, this is going to be a great show with all sorts of good stuff. Only because not only Vegas Cannabis Magazine is ran by a woman, thank you very much, but you know, I just think with women entrepreneurs and CBD and cannabis, like there are so many possibilities nowadays. Shout out to like the Weekend Box and Social Media Unicorn. You ladies rock the house. And actually, congratulations with your running
you.
election recently. I know, like, how many percentage did you get?
I pulled almost 40%.
Sweet.
That in your
I-
first.
My first run against the Speaker of the House, and he also was the incumbent. So yes.
Good for you.
Thank you. So
You
women,
are amazing.
women in
Congratulations.
politics and women in business, we are a force.
we are forced to be reckoned with. We are.
Well, I think we got to go. Yes, we have 5 minutes to go. But other than that, I thank you guys so much for joining us.
We
We
love
are
you.
going to be starting next month, every first Thursday and every fifth Thursday of the month from 2 to 3 p.m. So it's no longer going to be Friday 4 to 5. Okay, it's going to be every first Thursday and every fifth Thursday of the month from 2 to 3 p.m. So I hope you guys write that in your calendar. Tell Alexa to remind you. Do what you need to do for Siri. You know, all that stuff. But
we will be here.
yeah, so we will be here and we're going to have more topics. And Trisha, I hope you stop by again.
I would love to stop by.
Yeah, bring more of your Operation RRR girls. And
Yeah, let's do it.
That's right, woman
I would love to.
power, even though I love you, Ken.
Yeah.
We do.
We
I know, he's like,
I was
whatever.
like, what about me
We-
over
we
here?
love you,
No,
Kenny.
we love you.
But
But-
seriously, everybody go check out thehealingpanda.com. You will not be sorry. I love his products. You're just an all-around good guy.
There's one thing too. People out there, regardless if you buy CBD from me or anybody else, ask a lot of questions.
Yes.
Ask
Don't
questions.
I was
get
going to say
fooled.
that.
Yeah, so let's do that real quick. We have a
You're
couple
going to say
minutes.
that. Yes.
Don't be fooled about a person. I walked into a CBD shop and the guy was wearing medical scrubs. Don't be fooled because he's wearing medical scrubs that they know all
That's
about
like when
us.
you go to
That's a good
Walmart
point.
and they're wearing medical scrubs. Do I really want to buy my product from a guy at like Walmart when he's wearing medical
Right.
scrubs? No, I don't.
But when it
So,
comes to
I
CBD
agree.
and cannabis, do your homework, do your research.
Absolutely.
Ask your doctor.
Ask them if they have batch records, or lot number.
And
lot,
Google knows a lot.
That's what I love, the batch
Yeah, the
numbers,
batch
when
numbers.
they tested it and when it was
Super important.
released and
Yes.
all that stuff.
Definitely.
You want to be legit, you want to be responsible, and that's right here on the Cannabis Show. So thank you everybody for joining us. I hope you guys had a good time hanging out with us, and don't forget to go to Great Grubbing and get the cookies before
Thank
everyone
Before
buys
I get
all.
them
I was gonna say, I'm gonna go
They're
get 'em.
gone. They're done. Okay.
They're done.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye guys.
Bye, you guys.